Like, oh my god. Oh, lucky pasta, it's me, Susanna. I feel like everybody else has been making videos for me. Sitting here trying to like fix my hair. Today was an awesome day. I got to be in the same courthouse as Drew Peterson. I don't know that that's a good thing, but that's just like a historical event going on there. Um, no respect for people that kill their wives, just so you know. It goes totally against my whole domestic violence thing. Um, I wanted to say that, yeah, it was an interesting day in court, an interesting day being across from both my daughters and my oldest daughter. And I walked in there with my husband and my son and my niece, and we all dressed appropriately for court, not in jeans and a t-shirt. Dear Lord, people, I'm so glad that my mom raised me to be so better than that. I mean, here everybody made it sound like she was this horrendous person, but you know what? She did give me some good morals. So my advice to people is, for the love of God, stop wearing jeans and t-shirts to court. Judges do not like jeans and t-shirts. They like nice clothes. And I like met this guy in the chief judge's office, and I'm talking about this with my niece, and the guy's like, I wasn't in court today, and I'm like, I don't know you, but cool. I'm like, nothing to do with you. It's just a remark that I'm making about I've walked around the whole courthouse and people are wearing jeans and t-shirts. And, they just took no time to care about how they looked. And then it just, I don't know, it was a hell of an interesting day. And I even wore this cross today, which was given to Ashley at her baptism from her mommy and daddy. And somehow the mother-in-law had it and we got it back. And I've been keeping it in my jewelry box forever and thought we might be able to give it to her. But honestly, I'm not so sure how religious my kid is anymore. But I figured since she's taking me to order of protection court, sorry for the hair, that, it was an appropriate day for somebody to wear it. A dove and a cross and, to remind me of a good day. That I was going to court, which wasn't a great day to be around my daughter, but it was a good day to have a personal remembrance of an awesome time in our lives. And nothing more cool than, baptizing your child. Um, Let me think. What else was it I wanted to say? My kid totally interrupted and I had to start over. Ouch. I'm so proud of my boys for going, or my son Christian for going and, keeping a strong head on his shoulders. And I know that couldn't have been easy, but hey, at the same time, I got like my niece, my son, and two daughters all in the same room all at one time for the first time in, dear God, like 10 years. That was weird, but pretty cool. And maybe that's the closest I'll get to fulfilling that dream of everybody being in one spot at the same time. Whatever. But, yeah, for my Mina beans, I have to straighten this out because even though you may not see this till God knows when, forever I might be dead by then, um, I did not tell your secrets. Your mother, my mother-in-law, your paternal grandmother, okay, sent some letter to the pastor of your church, apparently. This is what I've gathered in the last week and a half, okay, since I got all these papers. And she wrote about you seeing people and writing people and whatever, okay, so all those things in the paper that she wrote about you, okay, that was her, that had nothing to do with me. So while you're sitting there being totally royally pissed at me, which I don't blame you because you think that I did all this, I didn't find out till just the other day that your great, oh my God, she's not even great, your paternal, okay, let's say biological paternal grandmother, actually is the one that wrote some crazy letter that I have yet to see. So I am dying to get an attorney so I could see what this letter says. And so therefore, yeah, it wasn't me, it wasn't Daddy, it wasn't Chris, it wasn't, sure not a baby who hasn't even seen you since she was an infant. I just want to make sure that we get that cleared up, okay? Because I know that in the midst of all this, you're probably just in a miserable spot. You're 16 and you don't know which way to go, like a tug of war. And, in the little bit of time I got to talk to you and, hear your voice and hear things from you, I feel bad for you. And I'm going to pray for you, and I'm going to pray that this works out peacefully. And, hey, and as far as Ashley goes, do what you have to do. I mean, it's not something that I haven't kind of done to my own mother. It just circumstances were like way different. This is kind of getting ridiculous. But that's fine because, you know, again, I have to say the first that I've ever read that you would not want to talk to us is this court order, paperwork, Jazz. So, yeah, for clarification purposes, okay, you've never directly told us anything, and basically anything anybody else says is hearsay unless it physically comes from you. But by now you probably understand the whole hearsay thing, right? I don't know, I'm just guessing. And, you know, I'm like, for what you're putting me through, I wish I would have at least gotten to say, hi, Ashley, okay, while we were in the store, because, I mean, I didn't get to utter 2 words to you, and here I am going to court again. And as far as Take Back the Night, you know what? I've had to do these since the DCFS case existed, and I went to Sarah's Inn, I went to the Silent Witness program, and Take Back the Night in Naperville, okay, and just so happened to be in B-Town last year, okay, and I do an online purple ribbon campaign every single October. Domestic violence awareness has been my thing for, well, more than 10 years now. I have friends who are very big advocates for domestic violence that still talk to me. And the lady that was with me that day is willing to go to court, so that's going to be more awesome. And I did not get a picture of you, okay, because I kind of figured out that it was you and all that when you were kind of hiding in the back of the crowd. So just so you know, okay, I did what I normally do, but you wouldn't understand what I normally do because you don't know me. You don't understand that my mother and my sister died from violent deaths and how domestic violence has affected me over the years, okay, because you haven't taken the chance to even talk to me for 30 seconds. How would you know? So, yeah, that's not a stalking you thing. That's a part of my life, okay, and my liberty and my freedoms and freedom of speech and the right to protest against domestic violence and domestic violence victims. But, you know, I don't know what to say, but I can say that this is pretty emotionally abusive for your brothers to be going through this, and it's very stressful for me, emotionally draining. But I have to keep going with this. So as much as if this is really all you, I'm going to say that I love you. I understand you feel that you have to do what you have to do. And in that respect, totally proud of you because that means that you're totally our kid in all senses of the word, okay? You've got my blood, my genetics, okay? And you look like your brothers, okay? And that day in the store, honestly, the lady, all she had to do was look at your brother and look at you and say, oh my God, they are brother and sister. But it doesn't matter, okay, because it's all about how you just freaked out. And I had been in that store for a really long time, which I also have documentation of. Probably shouldn't be telling you that, but it doesn't matter. Because I don't even know how much of these videos you watch. I'm doing this more for me and other moms and blogging because it makes me feel better. So yeah, I will have a big load of things to say about everything written in that documentation, and yeah, just don't be surprised with what I go to court with, because if anybody should know, okay, anything, then my kids should know that their mommy doesn't give up without really a fight in court. Okay, and I'm sorry that you're angry at me. I'm sorry that you were adopted. I'm sorry that you feel unloved or hated or unwanted or whatever it is you're going through. But the circumstances are not what you think. And I swear to you that it really was supposed to be an open adoption, and this whole Miss Summers thing, okay, therapist chick, whatever, okay, I don't get her telling you something at 6 years old when visits with us stop at 9, by the way. But that's okay, because I'm going to work on the people that know all about that too. So you might be surprised at who might show up in court. It's going to be really, really a big, long hearing. No doubt, by the time I'm done. But then again, your other father would know that because he sat through the last one. I'm in a happy place. You know, if it hadn't been that I bumped into you that one day and this stuff happened, okay, I would have never known that your other grandmother wrote such a letter about us. But it explains why you flipped out. It explains, why your sister seemed to disappear off the planet, okay, all of a sudden to us. And it explains so much. But we've decided that we're uniting as a family, those of us that are not your grandmother, that is. We will all take the blame for whatever we should take blame for, but I will not justify um, you writing bad things about my childhood that you truly do not understand anything about. And whoever it is, let it be DCFS or your other parents or whoever it is, when I go to court and I find out, I'm totally going to file a suit. So, yeah, because somebody has to tell me. I mean, it's just part of the whole freedom of information thing. So I will be working on that, and one day, maybe, if I'm still alive, heaven forbid, because, in my family, people seem to just drop like flies. I've lost so many people this past year, it really breaks my heart. And found out a loved one has leukemia, but of course, you guys aren't going to care about that. One day, maybe, you'll get the time to talk to me and understand when you grow up into an actual woman who actually realized that, hey, I screwed up somewhere and maybe I should just take the time to listen to her. Because I'm going to tell you that my mom and I, we had ups and downs a lot. But before she died, okay, we had the greatest Christmas and Thanksgiving I had ever had my entire life with my mom. My sister had long since passed away, but my mom and I went on our first big shopping spree, which was awesome. And I took a whole paycheck of over $1,000 and blew it on your brothers for Christmas. Mind you, that during the duration of the DCFS case, I stopped doing things. I thought that I was betraying you and your sister if I took the kids to Disney World or anywhere special. And I still have yet to go to Niagara Falls. But you know what? That frame of mind changed when I realized that they were suffering and you guys were having all this fun and they weren't getting to do nothing. So we went to Florida last year and we went to Disney World and Universal, and we met a lot of extended family who are great, awesome people that I'm very proud to say are my family, and it rocked. I just feel bad that you're missing out on so much because we waited so long for this moment, and this moment's going to come and go, and you're going to miss out, and you're called. But your brothers, I've already explained to them that they will not be talking to you and or Mina, and they understand. It is what it is, and it's not because mommy didn't try. Because if they know anything, and anybody that's going to go to court for me knows anything, is, God, Lord, did I try. So basically, when this is all over, it's what you wanted, not what I wanted. It has nothing to do with anything personal. I'll love you because you're my daughter. And true moms don't just stop loving their kids for stupid things, okay? I mean, it's just that I'm tired of going to court. This has gotten so old and lame, and so I'm gonna say whatever will be, que sera, right? And say la vie, mon ami, as my mommy would say. And good luck, my dear, because, life out there in the real world, it's scary, it's cruel. I found that out the hard way when I turned 18. And I wish I had somebody reeling me in like a fish, okay, to keep me from driving and doing things and just pretend like I'm not 18 anymore. But I left my house long before 18 and was on my own at 17, and it was very complicated, my growing up. But anyways, I mean, it is what it is. This is what you want. You'll probably get your wish in the end, but do know that I will have to say my piece to the judge and in the hearing, and everything that I can contest is all on paper and documented, and much to what other people believe, I did not delete anything. I actually saved it all. Just really wasn't counting on needing it. I love you. That means in Spanish, te quiero mucho. Sueño contigo. I'll dream of you every day. But life moves forward and it moves on. So good luck. God bless. See ya in about 3 weeks. And let's do our dance in court. Bye. Toodles. Buena suerte. Adios.